The first conversation you have is always the hardest. There's absolutely no doubt that opening up and making yourself feel very vulnerable is incredibly difficult. It's really important to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable, to get the help though, because it just starts with a conversation, and that conversation can then lead you to getting the help that you deserve. And then it's about resilience and perseverance with that help and working out what works for you. Hi, I'm Joe Brooks. I'm a podiatrist and a loyal club servant of St Virgil's Football Club, and I also volunteer as a speaker for Beyond Blue. So I'm sharing my story so that we can begin to have real conversations. We can begin to help people get the professional help they deserve so that they can live the fullest life possible. I've always been an overthinker or a worrier. From primary school, I sought help. I had a bit of a nervous breakdown in grade 5. It wasn't until my university years where I then had another panic attack, and I essentially ended up having to withdraw myself from university for 6 months. Got diagnosed with anxiety and depression, mainly from a fear of failure, putting too much pressure on myself, and some pretty poor coping mechanisms, some pretty unhealthy coping mechanisms in my kind of university years. I've always been really lucky that my support network around me has been phenomenal. So lots of conversations with my mum and my family members to help me get professional help. And again, that's probably the reason that I'm sharing my story, so that people feel that they can open up to their support networks so that they can get their help. Some of the strategies and some of the things that I use now, I try and use the simple things. I try and eat well. I try and get an adequate amount of sleep, which is tough being a new father. And I also try and exercise. What we need to do is focus on doing the simple things really well. Awareness is awesome, and we need to be aware of mental health, but we need to be aware of each other. And we need to start to move on from awareness to action. Don't wait for someone to really reach out to have that conversation of, are you okay? We just need to begin to be good humans to each other. Then hopefully we can begin to make some inroads in this mental health battle.